force a swap. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. That gamble did not pay. As they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. They're working that left side. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
To the air, it's Mateer. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
This crowd, unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for space, it's up. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ott. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. With jet sweep pass. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job on the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a pass.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's brought down, a short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Now the play fake. Under fire. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
With the catch, it's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the crow route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Here we go. Ready? Off the play fake on first down to throw. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Fires into the end zone. Looking for the goal line. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Gators want to move quickly. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive. So at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The offense changing the play. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Dumps it to the back. And they can't make the play on third down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on fourth down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent. Great field.
He's going for the big play. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle, it's Webb. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. On target to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this...
Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute.
Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Makes the catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to pull his way in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. They're going to throw it on third and goal. Trying to barrel in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Lagway. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down.
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Gator! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's looking deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Got his man quickly. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Shakes off the defender. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Taking it the other way. Smashes through the tackle. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by 1 possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
On the run, it's Ott. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Gets open down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
He'll go to the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Mateer. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Hawkins. There he goes. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge and just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
On the snap, it's Hawkins. The sweet feet buy a little time. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.